What's going on?
Nothing. You want to do the Pumptown? Go away. Okay, go away.
I got you. I got your elbows.
No, go.
Just try one.
Are you spotting me for real, or
Yeah.
are you just being annoying?
Yeah, I'm spotting you. One Mississippi. Two Mississippi. Three Mississippi. One Mississippi. Two Mississippi.
Stop, please. That's hard.
Alright, so Cammie's doing seated pin press from nose height. Today it's 5x8 with 3-second negatives. So the idea is it's a rep effort day. You want to accumulate heavy volume and also a little bit of time under tension. So we could kind of consider this the big heavier loaded movement for today. After she's done with this, she's going to do a rep effort where she's going to get as many reps as possible with basically a kettlebell drop set. So here we're going for a lot of weight. Next, we're going to go for as many reps as we can.
Dave, stop.
I'm gonna stop any minute now.
Can you stand up?
Yeah, no.
Go
okay.
back.
This is
No touching me. Go away.
okay.
Stop.
Come on. Let's go to work. Come on. Go, come on. You do it, come on. Go. Get tight. Two more. Let's go. One more. Let's go.
That's too heavy.
So if you have a partner or a coach, somebody willing to do this with you, being able to get a force strap, a little assistance to the elbows is great because then the athlete gets the benefit of a really heavy negative. It's almost like an overload eccentric, which is the tits for muscle growth. Literally those tits.
That is so inappropriate.
We're putting that in the video. That's going in the video. Vlog, 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 vlog.
You're so happy. Stop. Stop, please. Are you getting that beard cut today?
Yeah, getting cut right now. Big breath. 1, 2, 3. Hit. 2, 3. Hit. 1, 2, 3. Slow down. Here we go. Halfway there. Big breath. More, come on. Yep. Keep your core tight. One more, come on, let's go.
I'm not doing anything.
No fucking
anymore.
off, let's go. Come on. Why are your feet coming like that? What is it? How is this a stronger position? Explain it. Like a happy baby. Like a happy baby.
Because everything's...
Ooh, David.
Because I can't do it anymore.
Lock it in.
I'm trying, Dave.
Drive through your feet, right? Don't take your feet off the ground. It's harder without feet on the ground. There's no sport where having your feet off the ground makes it easier. There's not a single physical task in life where not having your feet on the ground gives you a mechanical advantage.
Swimming.
Give your feet to the water.
Take that, Dave.
You're brilliant. This was good. We're gonna stay here.
Oh, God.
Okay?
You know it's working when you don't know if you want to cry or laugh mid-set.
Hey, let's go to work. Okay? I know we're having fun, but I want you to remember that what happens in life echoes in eternity.
Shut up. Move back. You're way too.
Gotcha.
You're like too much of a creep. Stop.
Okay. Hashtag creepy coaches. Hashtag handsy.
David.
All right, here we go. Oh, you need my hands. Let's go. You can do it.
This is a moment when I make the mistake to laugh.
Don't
and
laugh.
now he's just gonna like double up on this stuff.
I want to be serious. We're having fun, but.
All right, let's go.
That's it. Harden the fuck up. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Keep your head up. Come on. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Big chest. Come on. Come on. Yep.
One more.
Yep.
You're supposed to help me.
Do the rep.
You're supposed
Come on, get your shit
to help
straight.
me.
Take a big breath and go. Come on. Knock it out. Good rep. Let's go. Last one, best one. There you go. Slow, slow, slow. Effective.
You're supposed to help me.
You can't rely on someone to help you, okay?
No, but I was trying as much as I can, and you said you were gonna help me if I failed.
You know
and
what? I think I did a good amount of the work there, okay? All right, break it down, grab 3 sets of kettlebells, let's fucking go. So,
I have to be so close to you.
we're gonna do kettlebell death sets to failure. So what you need to do this deal is you're gonna have 3 sets of kettlebells. They're all gonna descend about 30% less each set. So we got 36-pound kettlebells, 24-pound kettlebells, and these pink-ass little bitch bells. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna press each set to failure, take the 36s, press them to failure, or at least when the reps start getting really sticky. And you'll drop it down, failure with the next set, failure with the next set. Then you will rest for 3 minutes, and you'll repeat the whole thing 3 times through. So it's basically a big drop set you're doing for 3 rounds. You got your yellow balls here. You got your blue balls here. I'm very familiar with those blue balls. And you got your pink balls over here, your little pinky ball, like a little bunch of little ovaries right there. The ovary balls.
He's an asshole.
Try to get at least 10. 1, 2. Just move smooth. 3, 4, 5. Now I'm watching to see when the reps start to get a little sticky. And when they do, that's going to be the signal like, oh, let's drop it down. Because I want continuous movement. Okay. I didn't say drop them down.
But
Just
they
note
were
that
getting
on the video.
sticky,
She
yeah?
dropped them on her own. Right. I didn't say. Keep pressing them until I tell you to. Okay. Here we go. 4. Nice, Cami. 5. 6. One thing Cami does really well is when she's pressing, she's not allowing her elbows to flare out to the side. She's keeping them in front of her body. Just a healthier pressing motion for the shoulder. Pink balls. 2. And on with the lightest weight of all 3 of these weights, the lightest one is you should really take yourself to failure. You know, you should really be unable to complete another rep. So that's the face we're kind of looking for. See how she's kind of struggling to lock out. Cool. So her score is going to be her combined reps of all 3 of these. So she would basically record the best set of all 3 that she gets. Let's say she gets 10, 10, and 10. Her score would be 30. Now her next round, she's got to try to beat 30 or come as close to it as she can. So people sometimes ask, like, what muscle is this working? We don't think about it necessarily in terms of the individual muscles, but really the function. So we're pressing, it's overhead strength. But if we were going to break down everything that's contributing, her delts, her triceps, even her lats helping stabilize her shoulder are all working really hard. And what she's saying there with her abs is, you'll notice when she does start to get to failure, you start to see her core start to move and break. So really, you know, there's a lot of muscles working here. The function is overhead pressing.
But the one that works the most is this one.
That little heart.
The little heart.
Yeah.
It's working hard. Be nice.
So I think it's really funny that Cami has started doing the program herself a lot now, elements of the Pumptown Express and athlete development programs, specifically the strength training and the accessory work. And she comes up to me and she says, God, this is really hard. I'm really sore. And I'm like, yeah, it fucking works. It's very effective.
Well, the reason why I didn't do all of her program before is because I didn't want it to start to put what I want to do for myself in the program. So it's easier for me to program when I do it for someone else because there's no emotion in it. But if I program for myself and I'm like, oh, I'm not good at this or this, then I don't want to jeopardize the good programming to just think about what I think I need to do for myself. So
yeah, and all the CLB Nation programs are they're awesome because it's all about rebuilding foundational strength, fixing injuries, and getting exposure to things you don't maybe typically do in your CrossFit training or in a CrossFit gym. So the variety and the simplicity is very effective, and we don't get too crazy with the complexity of the movements. We just keep squatting, pressing, deadlifting, and all variations of to make you amazing at the simple stuff. I actually think that the lightest set of kettlebells is the worst because you've pre-fatigued those muscles so much that nothing makes an 8-pound kettlebell feel so terrible.
Fuck. Sorry, my language.
Here you go. Earmuffs.
Am I gonna screw up your?
Not at all. Here, Andy's working hard. 5, tight. 6, 7, smooth. 8, 9, belly down. 10.
My elbow are not lugging.
Good. So, it ends up being a lot of repetitions. The mechanism we're tapping into, it's called metabolic stress, and that's where you're just pumping a lot of blood into the muscle, creating almost like an acute hypoxia because there's so many byproducts of those muscles contracting, building up. That's great for muscle growth, also for recruiting more muscle fibers, basically making you stronger. The tendency for athletes when they do this is to take a little too much rest between the sets because they know it hurts, or they're afraid of maybe not doing as well for the next set. But that idea of accumulating the metabolic stress is based on truncating the rest period. There's a total compounding effect between all 3 of these sets. So you don't want to fuck up the rest period. You want to make sure you stay true to it. Even if you're getting reps, the idea is pressing to failure. No lollygagging.
I'm having fun. 30 seconds. Do I look good now? Am I gonna get the babe? Dave, are you jealous?
Yeah.
Is it the same?
Totally same. And
That's how you know you have big bicep, because you're like, I can't talk on the phone anymore.
you can feel if the exercises are serving their purpose. Like if we're doing fibers around the shoulder.
I think you need to massage it again,
Yeah.
because you need to get the nutrient in there.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
See, and you could tell it's not necessarily a comfortable stretch or a comfortable type of massaging, because we're really trying to open things up. So a little bit
good
painful,
though.
But
He just wants to hurt me.
no, it's good. Let the blood get in there so you can grow shoulders,
Grow, shoulder, grow. Damn, they feel so much bigger now. Chalk is just give you extra strength. / unicorn magic powder. When in doubt, chalk it up. Nailed it. That last one. How? 2 minutes.
Nailed it.
This like falls apart so fast. You like feel like such a hero in the first one, and you can do one. Even with the band. Everything is numb after. He's like, oh, pinch this. I'm like, I can't feel anything. Everything hurts. Woo! Done. They're growing. They're growing. So sexy.
This will be dry fit. I want all dry fit clothes tomorrow because it's going to be sweaty, and I don't want to be covered in sweat and miserable. So, what are we doing? We're prepping for tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to run the Manitou Incline. So, Nate was asking me, like, what's the incline? Well, I got a whole story for you about the incline. Take a trip back with me to 2009. 50 Cent's playing. Bum, bum, psh, bum, bum, psh, bum, bum, psh. I'm sitting in the subway, waiting for the train, reading a magazine. And in this magazine, which was some fitness magazine, I'm reading about this insane test of fitness people do in Colorado called the Manitou Incline. And it's this staircase that goes up a mountain like a mile to the top. And it's right by Colorado Springs, where the Olympic Training Center used to be. And they were saying how both Olympic athletes and novice athletes alike use this as a test for fitness, their general like aerobic capacity. And what it is it's a cog rail, which is essentially an uphill railroad that they got rid of. They took the rails off and left the ties, and they created these steps about a mile straight up. And it's this insane test of fitness. It takes anywhere from 30 minutes if you're really fit to maybe an hour and a half, depending on your level of fitness, to get to the top. And I showed it to my client in New York City, who's one of my best clients ever. His name's Scott Kaysen, and we would do one-on-ones, and he loved endurance sports. So I showed him this magazine, and I said, hey, Scott, you should do this. Let's train for you to do this. And he, being such an amazing person, said, I'll do you one better. We'll both do it. We'll both train for it. I'll fly us out to Colorado, and we'll run the incline together. And not only did that turn into one of the greatest friendships I've ever had with a client before, but it was such an incredible experience. It was the first time I'd ever come out to Colorado, and we met amazing people. We met Paul Fleshler from the Olympic Training Center. He was training us in Olympic lifting with all the kids who were residents there. We ran the incline tons of times. We got wrecked every single time. And it was my introduction into what Colorado had to offer. But it's a really amazing test of fitness. If you like the idea of not just kind of being good in the gym, but applying what you train for in the gym to sport and life, there's no better expression of that than trying to run up this incline, or for most people it's like stepping up the incline. It's always fun. Cam did it a couple times to train for the games. I think her best time was 29 minutes, which is pretty fucking fit. I've never broken 30. Definitely not going to do it tomorrow, but that's what we're doing tomorrow. So we're preparing our stuff. The weather can change quite drastically, so you want to make sure, like, if you get caught in a thunder shower, that you're prepared. It is extremely fatiguing and dehydrating with the altitude and the heat and the sun you encounter up there. So we're definitely going to bring lots of, like, a Camelback or some electrolytes and stuff like that. But we always come down with a big smile on our faces, and then we go and crush tacos. So I'm going to enjoy the process of getting up there, but I'm also already starting to think about the tacos.
We're doing great. We beat the thunder showers today. It's gonna be good, Nate.
Lighten.
It's gonna be a wonderful experience, full of wonderful things. Wonderful.
How many times have you done this?
Like 5.
So
It's
you know-
miserable every time. You're gonna do great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's getting to do my climb. Get my climb on. So, it's a natural spring that's been there for a really long time. They say that drinking the water has healing benefits to the body. It just has a lot of iron in it. So, it tastes like blood. But, it's like voodoo. It's voodoo water. Who would want to drink voodoo water?
So you're gonna drink some when we're done on
Yeah.
the way down?
I'm gonna fill my whole bottle up.
Because we going up there. Oh shit.
Yeah, coming at you from above.
Looks like
We'll make it that much better.
And that's what it does, is like it downpours and it's bright and sunny. I feel like more and more CrossFitters are finding out about this. We're at the base of the mountain here, Nate. 10,000 foot ascent, 5 miles straight up. Here we go.
Was any of that accurate?
Nope, zero. I have 2 of these for survival.
I brought 2, but
Didn't really do it.
Start the timer.
Cam will sprint the first straight away.
I will not be doing that in any way.
Okay, before. Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right,
putting my phone away. Hold on.
Nate. We gotta go hands together. Hands together.
You're gonna
We do this.
chant?
No deaths on 3. 1, 2, 3. No deaths.
For any of you. Thank you.
We wish the same for you.
deaths.
Timing it.
It's intimidating when you look at it from the bottom. But this is exactly what we tell our athletes to do with regard to their goals. Is like, you can't look at the insurmountable obstacle in front of you. You just need to go one step at a time. However, there is this enormous insurmountable thing right in front of you. All right.
Okay, ready?
Yep. Timer. Use my arms. I like the pace of it. Sometimes it's slippy. It's like double step. There's a burger King halfway up.
Replenish.
Like you and your buddy carried up a bunch of beers on ice. And you're like,
Hi Dave. You've been up there an hour.
Nate is doing great. He's come a long way. Carrying the fucking camera the whole time. Got like a bicep pump holding that camera. And there's the last step right there. Here it comes. And fuck you, steps. Crushed it, dude. Elated.
Okay. Fuck that. That's fun.
Good job, dude. Way to go. Way to tough it out. Spirits are good. 4-mile hike down the fucking thing. At least my head isn't soaking wet.
Welcome back. I'm like a 9 a.m.
We did it. We all did it.
That was your 20th time.
Hey, no, we've done it twice a year since we've moved here in 2015, so yeah, maybe close to 10.
Now what are we doing?
Fucking tacos. Tacos!
All the tacos, please.
What day is today? Taco day!
Dave, I want a comprehensive review of this when you return. Okay?
Alright. I'll tell you exactly what it's like on your back. Be sure, I'll be quick. Oh god! It's exactly like the movie Saw. Like Saw 1, when he has to fish that shit out of the toilet with his hand.
Then
Fucking gross.
we're gonna get some blood water.
Iron Springs.
Supportive in you making it though, Dave.
You're not gonna try it?
No.
I've had it every time. I've never gotten sick. It's from an artesian well that's thousands of miles underneath the Earth's crust.
Thousands of miles?
Couple miles.
Thousands?
Here, you can smell it. You can smell the iron.
I don't know what iron smells like. I smell Gatorade or Powerade or whatever.
It's so crazy. It's like it's sparkling water.
Can I try it?
Yeah. You're fucking. Isn't it crazy?
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's very gross.
Now I'm definitely not.
Yeah, it's like a weird
It's like a bad LaCroix.
bubble. Yeah, it's a bad LaCroix. That's
like I'm stumbling on my own feet.
How many steps do you think you just walked?
I just had the peyote water, so.
Going
good.
for a ride. Thank you, sir.
Chicken meat.
3 steak tacos.
Everything you hope.
A little bit of food.
A little bit of hunger.
I earned every bite.